So you may wonder, what are these guys doing instead of work? Well, kind of what you might expect. Spending nearly 7 hours each weekday on average relaxing, playing games, and watching TV.
Men going their own way have won the war. Guys, men have woken up and realized the juice is not worth the squeeze. So men are no longer working. They're not going out there and going on dates or having relationships. They're staying home. They're living their best lives. And that's it. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand the implications of men no longer dating, having relationships, or working, and how that is going to affect women and society. Today's video comes from Man Guide. His channel will be linked in the description so that you can go and check him out. And also, there may be a video from Erin Bird. Her channel will be linked in the description if we do cover her content. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into the first video.
Name, age, and where you from?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm Shelly. A lady never tells her age, but I will say I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39, so I'm proud of that.
Shelly.
Yes.
You look 39. It's okay, though.
Out of the hive mind and into the fire. Guys, the only thing women like more than suggesting the wall isn't real is trying to convince people they don't look like they hit it. But this is the kind of delusion, in its many forms, goes for all types of chicks at this point, regardless of how old they are. Moreover, the modern woman might be getting older, but the behavior they bring out into the world shows that mentally, they're still toddlers.
Society infantizes women. What the hell does that actually mean? Guys, if you look at the behavior of a girl versus a woman, you will discover that many women today behave less mature than girls. Because society tells them when they become women that they can do everything that they want to and get away with it. There are no consequences. And Sims bring that message home. So they basically have less responsibility and face fewer consequences as adults than they even would as children. That's one of the reasons why there were more women on the lifeboats when the Titanic went down than there were children.
The comments are, Shelly is a 41-year-old father of 3. Damn, we're already coming in hot. Looks like a typical 45 dude. There might be an Adam's apple there. It's a possibility. She's right. She doesn't look 39. She looks much older. I'm gonna be guessing 47. You don't look like your typical woman either. His eyes did not blink once I'm making that comment. Well, for anyone exposed to this every day, why would you? Again, on a quest for the fountain of youth, the ATM, or something else, these women behave like children, especially on the streets.
Fuck you, dog.
You're the one swerving. I was just following you.
I'm the one swerving.
Oh,
I'm the one fucking swerving.
yeah, it was actually... Oh, there she goes. And, okay.
Women.
I love that this meme was repurposed to the point where it can be added to pretty much anything. The chick here basically did the roadside equivalent of all feminist activities: make a mistake, blame the man, lose focus, and then bam, before you know it, accountability finds her. And that's usually how all of this works. Women like this always run from responsibility, or try and fix it when it's way too late, not knowing that, as long as they insist on trying to be strong and independent, well, this will always be the end result. The top comments here are, "You can't park there, love." It's good advice, but none of them are going to be taking it. Did the bear help her out of there? Her leg is over. Seriously, I was thinking the same thing. I don't think people realize how much force is applied here. What was she going to be doing by getting out of the car? Women gotta stop acting like they want to throw hands with men. Again, solid advice, but it ain't happening. Also, when it comes to chicks like this, trying to understand why they do anything is going to be fruitless. It's best to walk away, watch from a distance, and laugh. Speaking of...
Why am I still sitting here?
I just explained it to you! You want to get loud? I'll get...
Yes, you.
Here, just back up, back up, back up. Go back there, I'll talk to you guys in a second, okay?
Yeah. You gotta get my name. Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, Jesus, Allah.
Can
is it always something with you,
I don't
Ala?
know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I'm not your bro. We've been
I
over this.
apologize.
It's always something with you, Ala.
Yeah, it can always be something.
Can you turn your windshield wipers off? No,
I'm
you're
gonna
fine.
go out, buddy.
Can you stop? Get in the car, Ala.
Yeah.
Get in the car. Shut up and get in the car, Ala.
Like, bro, everyone
Shut
thinks
your
this
door.
is a joke,
Shut
bro.
your car
Everyone
door.
thinks this shit is a joke, bro.
Is your car in park?
Yes, it
Can
is.
you just wait here for a minute? I'll come back and talk to you when you calm down. So who here's messing with Ala?
No, anybody before she. You see my windshield? She broke that.
Why'd she do that?
Because she's delusional.
She think I was doing something with her. This is my cousin's girlfriend.
Are you and Ala together?
No, she pregnant right now.
Okay.
So she thought it was something else. She comes over, breaks her windshield. Those two rocks right there.
Well, how'd they end up back over there?
Because we took her out the windshield.
That's what the car was. And she was talking about coming messed up again. So I had to pull it in the garage. Dude got cameras right there at that house. He said he had seen.
Knowing her by name already is crazy.
For many, it's going to be hard to really hear this and understand this, but the true reality is that right now, a lot of men are leaving these communities behind. A lot of men are leaving Western society behind. They're opting out. They're becoming passport kings. They're going overseas. They're choosing not to have relationships. Guys, this is a global phenomenon. Look at what's happening over in China right now, where you have these dudes who are basically saying they will not marry. They will not contribute to the government. They will not pay. They will not help the state. They will only work just enough to survive and thrive and no more. And that's basically it. That's what men are doing all around the world right now. The influence of men going their own way is spreading very, very far. Now, I truly believe that men walking away is the pinnacle, because some men who are men going their own way are also men walking away, but not all men walking away are MGTOWs. I think it gives the best balance and fluidity, where men walking away are just men with alternatives. Some men, on the other hand, who are just exclusively MGTOWs, and they're like, we don't want to have anything to do with relationships or society, and that's the only alternative and the final alternative, and that's right there, that's basically the end of the discussion.
Honestly, one of the funniest things about sifting through thousands of examples of female immaturity is how many revolve around cars. We always get these misleading stats about how men are the real danger on the road, but as I said in a previous video, the only reason women have this false stat is because a lot of countries discourage women from driving. It's something that the West should have done, and now they have millions of these cases every year. The comments on this clip are, knowing her by name at 18, that's wild. Exactly. This feels like something that would be in satire. Can you stop? Get in the car, Allah, was when I died. This is one of the reasons that makes me feel law enforcement should be given a raise. Bro sees her once a month at least. Kinda sad too, cause you can tell he low-key cares about her and is tired of seeing her in trouble. Well, I wouldn't go that far. One of the problems with the Western system is that men still sometimes feel compelled to treat these women differently. We all know that if a man was in the exact situation, his ass will be yanked out of the car.
And I think this kind of just backs up the point where I constantly say that women are given special privileges and men are given special punishments, because men have to basically walk on eggshells around women and other agents of the state, because women are agents of the state, and then you have police officers and other members of law enforcement who are also agents of the state. And as men, we have to constantly walk on eggshells around these individuals. It's a load of total BS, but that's unfortunately the world that we live in right now. Because if it had been a man in that same position, he would have been yanked out that car. There would be no, baby talking them or anything like that. It's basically a yes sir, no sir. And that's why every young man has to learn how to deal with law enforcement. It's yes sir, no sir. Don't volunteer information, and never ever volunteer for a field sobriety test. If they say they want you to do a field sobriety test, say you are politely choosing not to do one, because you're just giving them the chance to arrest you. The reason you should never do a field sobriety test is because even if you are not intoxicated or under the influence of anything, they can still say that, and it'll hold up in court that, well, the way that they were walking and the way that you performed, the way that you did on the test made me believe that you were under the influence of something, and the courts will side with them because they'll say that there was no malicious intent behind it. So never ever do a field sobriety test if a police officer asks you to do one. That's it.
Next clip.
You've thrown hands
I have.
in a relationship
I have.
with a dude?
He did it first.
You threw hands first?
No, I was.
He threw hands first?
Yeah.
Really?
Self-defense.
Really?
Yes. Man, don't disrespect me. Like, don't talk to me like that. That was.
How did he talk to you like?
Why would you even say something
How did
like that?
what was he said?
I don't know. It was a couple years ago, but I.
What do you mean it was a couple years ago?
What do you?
What do you mean?
A couple years ago.
What was he said?
I don't know. It's just like we were like in a fat argument, like.
A fat argument?
And it was there was like two groups. I don't.
Two groups?
Yeah. It was
Some gang?
It was like some
You in a gang?
shit, bruh.
Did you gang somebody?
No.
Gang somebody?
No.
So what was said?
I don't know. It was like group beef. We were all beefing.
Group beef?
Yeah.
You're just being so unprecise.
No, you're running me in circles. I don't remember what was said. It was years ago. I just remember, yes, I have out of a man because he disrespected me.
How did he disrespect you?
He said some out of pocket.
What was the out of pocket shit?
I don't know.
What was the out of pocket shit, bro?
The story changed like 10 times during this short exchange. The Me Too movement was a cataclysmic failure. And this is because, like toddlers, women keep changing the story in whatever way fits the occasion. Even worse, they almost always paint a bleaker picture of the event with each passing interview. The fact is, none of this happened, especially not the way it's described. And we know this because so many had their careers destroyed by women who would later be revealed to be fiction authors, rather than actual victims. It's why we never hear about this movement anymore. The comments are, she don't remember cause it didn't happen. Bingo, gold star for you. Did she say he threw hands first, but then at the end says she slapped him because of words he said? Both can't be true.
You see, it's like I've said countless times, we live in a society where women are powerful victims and men are pathetic villains. So women can get away with the most despicable acts in society. They can put hands on men and no one will call them out on it. And even if the man is later found out to have been the victim, it does not matter because society does not care about men. Men are just basically disposable to society. And it's a damn shame. Also, guys, go and check out my new book, Men Shamed into Slavery. It's actually available to read in the Angry Guy Clubhouse. The first chapter is actually free. You can go and read the first chapter for free. And it basically delves into what's happening to men in society right now and how men have been manipulated into believing that they are privileged while women are victims and are actively taken advantage of by society. So you can actually go and read the first chapter for free, and I'll be releasing new chapters every single week, and you can get those in the Angry Guy Clubhouse. It's all linked in the description, so go and check that out now.
It's because it didn't happen. Real trauma is branded in the wrinkles of your brain. This is just a warped fairy tale. What he say, I don't remember. What he say, I don't remember. What he say, though, I don't remember. This is just lies, making up stories to be relevant in the moment. We've all done it when we were 6. Hey, this guy gets it. Next clip.
No problem.
Security, please,
No
stop!
problem.
Stop recording me, I'm scared.
No problem.
Stop recording me, I'm
No
scared.
problem, no problem.
I'm scared, stop.
No problem. Hello? We're recording the police if you not stop it.
Okay, good, please.
I wish I could say this is the only clip where I've seen this happen, but it's everywhere at this point. Here's a fun question. What do you get when a society strips away all accountability for aging females? Is it A, a utopia, B, an enlightened society, or C, a crumbling civilization morally bankrupt packed with chicks screaming into mics outside the club? I'm not the best when it comes to game shows, but I think I'd have to guess C, because everything that's happened after the 60s has been a complete and utter disaster. The top comments, gentlemen. Why don't they stop her and throw her out? Yes, you're a woman. So I'll explain this in the simplest way possible. She's a member of the protected class. Arrest and charge her for damages. They will, but the question is, will it be fair? Shut the store down, close the door, and call the cops. See, this is why people do this shit, no consequences. Correct. A demonstration of great parenting right there. Come on, we all know it's not parents, plural. This is a product of single motherhood. Where's the security to tackle her before she harms others? You change the system, lady. You tell us.
You see, we live in a system now, in an environment in Western society where women know that there are a different set of rules for women and a different set of rules for men. Women are seen as powerful victims, men are seen as pathetic villains. So women can basically get away with everything and anything. Even when they are sentenced and punished for a crime, men are punished much more harshly typically for the same crime, even though women will claim that it's not true. If you have a scenario where a teacher, an educator, or someone older has a relationship with someone who is younger, the man will basically spend the rest of his life in prison. The woman will basically get a slap on the wrist, and in fact, condolences, saying that, oh, poor baby, she's actually the victim here, while a bunch of disgusting simps say that, oh, I wish when I was growing up I had a teacher like her. And there's this whole wink wink going on. It's an absolute and utter disgrace, but this is the reality we live in, that women and simps have created, and society just takes advantage of it. Because society wants men to be weak, society wants men to be demoralized. So of course society gives their agents special treatment because women operate as agents of the state. But do not misunderstand. The society does not actually care about women. The value of women to society is only as good as their ability to reallocate wealth and resources from men to the state. If they cannot do that, then their value to the state decreases substantially, and their ability to survive within society becomes that much more difficult. And people believe that, there will always be a bailout. Guys, right now it looks like we're in the roaring 20s. We'll be in 2020, we'll be in 2025 in just a couple of months. It doesn't matter who wins at this point. All right. We are seeing hyperinflation, very similar to horrible times in the past. Guys, like this is looking like a run up to the Great, Depression, which occurred in 1929. And these things tend to go in cycles. So, right now it looks like the parallel of the roaring 20s, where people thought things were much better than they actually were. However, there were many signs prior to the the crash of the stock market, that things were not going well, and these warning signs were completely ignored. Right now, everyone is suffering out there. Companies are saying that, oh, there are all of these jobs, but it's a skills mismatch, which are complete and utter lies. I mean, guys, we're headed for the crash of the everything bubble. I've been warning you guys for many, many years now about the everything bubble, where when the everything bubble pops, it's going to be hell on earth. But many of you did not want to listen to that. I've told you guys to prepare for hard times, but many of you didn't want to listen to that. And then when it happens, you're going to say, damn, Angry, you were right. Yeah, but guess what? Too bad, because you did not want to listen. I'm a seasoned traveler. I have over 10 years of traveling experience, living in other countries, dating overseas. And I'm telling you guys, you have to have your stuff together, because things are I'm not trying to embed fear in you, but only a fool would not pay attention to what's happening in Western society right now. I actually have my course that you guys have been begging me for a long time now. And, that's going to teach you how to become a passport king. So you're going to unlock the secrets to living your best life abroad with the Passport Bros Masterclass. Ready to break free from the daily grind and live life on your terms? Join the Passport Bros Masterclass and discover the new American dream, leaving America to live where you're welcomed and valued. In this course, you'll learn how to build income and a lifestyle you desire from anywhere in the world. Travel safely and avoid scams. Benefit from my over 10 years of travel experience as an expat and passport bro. Navigate the do's and don'ts of dating overseas. Create multiple streams of income abroad. Don't miss out on this opportunity to transform your life. Click the link in the description of the video to learn more and sign up today.
Next clip. No words, but I'll try to find some. You might be wondering why I use this clip here, and well, there are two reasons really. One, I felt like I should be the only member of the Man Guide fam to see this project. And two, it's because this is the physical manifestation of women's encouraged desire to play make-believe, to the point where it becomes absolutely cartoonish. Whether it's this, or the Macy's Day balloon lips, it looks like more and more women permanently disfigure themselves simply to follow social trends brought on by the Sprinkle Sprinkle gang. The comments are, these BBLs killing y'all. At this point, I don't even know if it fits that category, and women really think this is what men want. Because women told them that this is what we want, plain and simple. If this is real, I promise I'll walk straight onto the freeway right now. Sorry, bud. It's as real as hoflation. There's a pun here, but I'll leave it alone. Trying not to get caught recording, but recording, we thank you. Imagine being told by social media what the norms are and how you should be instead of having 50% less attention and doing what is good for you. Just imagine that, and I don't exclude myself from this, but we men and women have to do better to us, our lineage, ancestors, and each other. Okay, next.
I know you guys remember the whole BBL smell thing from a while back, where a lot of guys who date women who have BBLs were saying that, you know, the smell was not very good, you know, and it wasn't like just an issue with like, oh, they just had the surgery and it's an incision. No, they're saying that these women, they are not wiping themselves properly. They're not able to clean themselves properly. You had some doctors step out and say it's absolutely true because, you know, anatomically, women who are not used to having that much back there, you know, are not used to cleaning themselves and wiping properly and washing properly, having that extra amount of body. Then you had some sim surgeons who did these procedures but don't do them anymore. I wonder why they don't do them anymore, saying things like, oh, it's not true. It's just because, you know, when a woman gets a BBL, it's you know, it's because of the transfer of fat into that area, and that's the reason why she may experience a smell. It's not because she's not washing properly. Even though you have some women who've had BBLs done saying that after they got the BBL, they struggled to properly wash themselves because they were not used to having a BBL, and it became really hard to reach back there with a BBL. This is kind of interesting about men, because as men, we know we have to wash ourselves properly. We have to take care of ourselves. I find it very strange. I'm telling you, modern women are an anomaly to me. Modern women, and it's like, I know the answer, because it has to be a combination of privilege and failure on the part of society. Because as men, most of us, you know, if you're not cut, so for example, you didn't have the procedure done where your foreskin was removed, usually it's your mother who teaches you how to wash down there, pull the skin back, wash the head of it, stuff like that. It's just part of being a man. But it's like, usually the mother is the one who's going to take care of childcare. If a mother can teach you as a boy how to wash your behind and your private parts that she does not have, and men in general know how to do this, all men know how to do this, how to properly clean themselves. 99% of men know how to do it. I'm not saying they all do it, but 99% of men know how to do it. And yet, women who are raised by mothers don't know how to wash properly. Doesn't that seem strange to you? How is it that a woman can teach a son to wash properly, but a woman cannot teach their daughters how to wash properly? Guys, it is a combination of privilege and just downright bad behavior, believing that they don't have to do these things. You know, statistically, men also shower and take baths take baths in terms of cleaning their bodies than women do, statistically, which is unbelievable.
Clip.
The most attractive men you would ever see, I would turn them down immediately over like some mid white boy.
You've just made a categorization. So you said there's beautiful men and there's mid men. Why are you able to make an objective determination about someone's physical appearance, but you can't do that to yourself?
I will always consider myself a 10. I do what I want with the way I look.
But how can, if it's...
Bro, you getting all down these specifics. You want me to say I'm like a 9? I don't care what you say. I really don't care what you think about how I look.
That's fine.
Are you alright? Well, it's kind of like stressful. You're getting me on a podcast to debate how I look, and I've already said I don't care.
No. We talked about...
How much longer are you going to go on about it? I don't give a... Call me an 8. I don't care what the you want to call me. I already said that I think I'm a 10, and this discussion is really pointless.
You see, guys, the very moment that you call them out, the very moment that you say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate your bad behavior, I'm just going to challenge your perspective. So you're saying that, you know, you'll get rid of a dude if he's like if he's mid, but what about you? You hold men to these high levels of criticism, but what about you? Well, I think I'm a 10, and you should not question it, and if you question it, you're just trying to create problems, and you're trying to say that I'm like a 9 and I'm not going to play around with that because I know who I am, and then she breaks down into tears because the moment that you challenge a woman on her beliefs and her ideologies, and she has to now defend them, a lot of women can't. A lot of women cannot defend the things that they are saying. There's a clip on the Whatever podcast, I believe it's, where a girl basically is there sitting on the podcast calling some dude a misogynist, or calling men misogynist, and the host or one of the guys on there just says, define misogyny. And she breaks down in tears and starts begging to leave because she's never been held responsible or accountable before. Most women who use the term misogynist don't know what the term means. They can't actually define it. Misogyny is actually the HATRED of women. And it's unfortunate most women don't know this, so they'll use it for everything. Basically, if a man says something they don't like, or any act that does not benefit women, any act that women don't like or want to complain about, they'll just call it misogyny. Misogyny is something completely different, and most women cannot define misogyny. And the moment that you hold them accountable, the moment that you say, what is misogyny, they'll basically either say they don't know, or they'll break down in tears because they've been going around shaming men, going after men, saying horrible things about men, when in reality, they can't even defend their own perspectives. It is, and it always will be. Have just one big game for women. Girls just want to have fun.
I wish the words weren't there, but the conversation matters. Just to serve as an example. This, like the last, is a perfect example of what I mean when I say modern women don't even believe in what they're selling. It's make-believe, like Santa or the Easter Bunny. The only thing that has allowed it to go on for this long is that they want to believe in this crap so badly. They keep talking about it on a damn podcast. And yet, one blow towards the house of cards and everything comes falling down. The crazy part is, even then, they'll be in tears trying to tell you why the fiction is truth. Here are the top comments. LOL, the victim card came out so fast. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! To them. She thinks it's fine to treat or characterize someone's appearance, but plays the emotional victim card once she's put in the position. Yes, sir. Basically, rules for 3 but not for me women. Cue the coffee meme. Physically, she may be an 8 out of 10, but as a human being, she's about a 2. Yeah, no way. You're nuts. She's crying because she knows her real number, and she would be lucky to get a mid-white dude. Interesting take. Moving on.
I've actually been with a wealthy man. My ex-fiance was very wealthy, and it was not worth it.
What did he do?
Usually men wealthier could affect you emotionally and financially of him having power over you.
You were in a relationship with a man that was sacrificing his energy and his time to provide you a nice, comfortable life. And you didn't truly appreciate the things that he did because you are the problem within your own head.
How am I the issue?
I got you. I'll give it back to you. I'll let you speak. No, hold on. It's my podcast.
I let you speak.
No, I let you rock and tell the whole story. You drove all the way out here from Massachusetts, so you're going to get this work. So pay attention and listen. You just said that you were in a relationship with a man and he was paying all the bills, but you said it's a problem when you get with a man that's making more money than you, and we're asking you, what's that problem? Where did you get this independence that makes you think that you can't appreciate a man that's making a whole lot of money? Where did this come from? What I'm telling you, it was socially constructed for you to have this mindset via the feminist movement. So you broke up with a dude for no reason.
You seem to be really attacking her, but feminism has nothing to do with any of it. I just feel like,
women tend to like how things are said instead of what is said. I'm speaking the truth. So before you think something, you are influenced. Influence creates thinking, thinking creates behavior. I'm telling her she was influenced via the feminist movement to think, I don't feel satisfied, I want to be an independent person. So then her actions was to break up with him.
Guys, you have to just really understand something. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to dating and when it comes to the concept of feminism. Feminism is just the notion and the belief, the ideology of equality between men and women. All right. But when women got involved, the women behind it and put their spin on it, they made it into something completely different. This is the reason why I say we need to stop blaming feminism for what individuals have done in society. Feminism did not make these women make these choices. Women just used feminism to hide behind the choices that they've made, to hide behind the behaviors that they've put out there in society. Feminism is not responsible. The individuals behind feminism, the individuals behind second wave and first wave and all of these waves, these are the people. Look at their behaviors. Look at how they act. Look at how they carry themselves. Look at their actions. Feminism didn't cause any of this to happen. It were the people who did this, guys. Feminism didn't take advantage of women. Saying that feminism took advantage of women is infantizing women. Women took full advantage of feminism. The very notion and concept of feminism and how it's viewed today in society, the negative way that some people view feminism is not because of the ideology, it's because of the actions by the individuals who instituted the ideology and have also twisted the ideology into something that it was never originally meant to be, based on the very core definition of it, regardless of who came up with the concept or the notion. Guys, we can call equality between men and women any other name, and it would be the same as feminism. So it's not feminism that created the problem. It's women themselves who chose to go along with it, and the simps as well, that have led to the destruction in society and disparities that have occurred for both men and women in society. And that's the honest to goodness truth.
Lizzo never had a wealthy man in her life. The comments are, LOL, second girl should have just stayed in her place. She must think she can get multiple wealthy men. That was your last one, sweetheart. You just drove right through the double team. Let me go to YouTube. I seriously need to watch the full vid. Man was thriving all by himself and brought you on to experience that with him, and he's the problem. It's cliche at this point, guys. Next.
I'm not a fake girl like half of you girls here in Miami.
Never.
Okay?
One thing about me is never be fake. So.
All right, baby, and that's what I'm not.
Are those breasts real?
No, they're not.
Okay.
What does that have to do with my personality?
You just said never be fake, but much of
we're talking about
much of you is fake. That's the challenge.
Okay.
It's like there's no reality.
There's a reason why they call it a cat fight. Here are the top comments, y'all. Her brain cell got overloaded. Loud mouth wreck, use only 304. The feds need to sweep the suburbs for all podcasting equipment. Never be fake, except for their nails and hair and eyelashes and boobs and ass and lips.
You see, women don't want to be called out for anything that they do, and they want to get away with just about everything because they feel like they can. Society and the Sims have made it that easy for women, and it's an absolute and utter disgrace. That's why we have to wake up to the reality, and we have to be men that are going to say, hey, you know what? That's the end of it, and we're not going to tolerate it. Guys, check out the Angry Guy Clubhouse. Get insights on Manosphere Topics, exclusive podcasts, and strategies to thrive in today's world. Free subscribers get access to videos, podcasts, articles, and the community chat. Plus, just for subscribing, you'll receive the passive income blueprint to kickstart your journey. Paid subscribers unlock even more with exclusive guides, wealth building blueprints, and regular updates on crypto trends. Don't wait. Click the link in the description and join us now. Guys, what do you think about everything that we discussed here today? You know, women have created this extraordinary situation where now men are walking away from society, choosing to stay home, play video games, and live their best lives, because the average man could live comfortably in a shoebox at the side of the road, and women are going to find themselves in increased states of poverty, destitution, and hardship, many living in the woods with the bear, you know, in their cars or in shelters. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.